What are you seeing here, guys? What is this? Yep, that's right. Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. Oh yeah. Long ago, the beautiful kingdom of Hyrule surrounded by mountains and forests. Legends told of an omnipotent and omniscient golden power that resided in a hidden land. Many people aggressively sought to enter the hidden golden land. But no one ever returned. One day, evil power began to flow from the golden land. So the king commanded 7 wise men to seal the gate to the land of the golden power. That seal should have remained for all time. But when these events were obscured by the mists of time and became legend, a mysterious wizard known as Aghanim came to Hyrule to release the seal. He eliminated the good king of Hyrule. Through evil magic, he began to make descendants of the 7 wise men vanish, one after the other. And the time of destiny for Princess Zelda is drawing near. Anyway, guys, I know, like, I have a million other playthroughs right now, but this game, I gotta play it. It's like one of my favorite Zeldas of all time. Alright, I'm gonna play Skidd. Wait, hold on. IDD. There we go. End. Haha! Yes, I love this game so much, and as I'm sure most of you do too. But, oh man. Here we go. Start this thing up. Help me. Please help me. I am a prisoner in the dungeon of the castle. My name is Zelda. The wizard, Aghanim, has done something to the other missing girls. Now only I remain. Aghanim has seized control of the castle and is now trying to open the 7 wise men's seal. I am in the dungeon of the castle. Oh, please help me. Skidd, I'm going out for a while. I'll be back by morning. Don't leave the house. Don't leave the house? Okay, I'll just stay here. Forever. Okay, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna go ahead and disobey him. And go out. Can't forget my mighty lamp. Now you can light torches and see your way in the darkness. Excellent. Oh my god. Guys, I remember whenever I rented this game for the first time as a kid. That's all I used to do. I used to rent games from, like, Hollywood Video or Blockbuster. You can't go down this way. What are you doing up this late, kid? You can't stay up when you're grown up. Wait, you can stay up when you're grown up. Now go home. Yeah, I remember playing this for the first time and just being mesmerized by how awesome this game is. I cannot believe how awesome this game lives up to. To this very day, this game lives up to its name. It is indeed one of the top named Zeldas ever. Haha! Found the secret entrance to the castle over here. Rock over this way. Whoa, Uncle! Skid, I didn't want you involved in this. I told you not to leave the house. Take my sword and shield and listen. You can focus power in the blade. Hold the B button. Then release it using the secret technique handed down by our people. Skid, you can do it. Save the princess. Zelda is your... Aw. Uncle! Bow in his honor. I shall avenge you, Uncle. Ah, down you go, bitch! Yeah, you killed my uncle. Ah. Okay. Now, this game, I remember playing through this first castle part and getting out of the castle and coming out to the overworld and listening to the main theme of Zelda, and I was so, like, blown away by how awesome it was. And I'm sure most of you can relate. Hiya! That's what Uncle meant by focusing your power into the blade. Do the whirling blade technique. Okay. And you guys are probably going to hate me for this, but I have a couple of opinions I want to voice in this playthrough about some other Zelda games. And you guys may not agree with me, but that's fine. You know, every person is entitled to their own opinion. These are just mine, so just letting you know ahead of time that I will be talking about certain things. And well, yeah, you guys may not like my answers. Basically, I'm gonna make it's like one of those top 10 list videos. You know, sometimes you're like, yeah, I can agree with that, but other times you watch somebody and you're like, man, screw this guy. I hate this guy for saying, you know, this is his favorite game over this one, you know. But, you know, that's their opinion. Now, related to Zelda games, well, let's just say that I'm rather upset with the newest one, Skyward Sword. It was I liked Skyward Sword, it was alright, but it didn't feel like... I don't know how to explain it. Trust me, I'll come up with some way to explain it, but right now I'm a little, like, I don't know. The gameplay was great. I love the gameplay, and, you know, the crafting of your shield, upgrading your shield and items and stuff, that was awesome. And the Sky World was awesome, and, you know, each world was awesome in its own way. I love it. But I just wish there was more variety. You know, moving from Twilight Princess to Skyward Sword was kind of underwhelming. You got the map, yay! In Twilight Princess, now, you know, a lot of people didn't like Twilight Princess because it was kind of, you know, darker. It didn't have the bright colors that a Zelda game usually does, you know. It was faded out looking, and lots of people didn't really care for the story as much as, like, some other Zelda games. Which, you know, I can understand. But, like I said, in my opinion, going from Twilight Princess to Skyward Sword, like, think about Twilight Princess. Think of all the variety of levels and stuff there was. I mean, you start out in, you know, this Orden ranch, this Orden town, and there's this huge ranch, which is, like, in the middle of the forest. You end up going to the forest, and, you know, there's a forest temple, and then you end up on Hyrule Field. You go to Kakariko Village, which is a canyon, like a desert canyon, which was kind of neat, instead of just seeing it as a normal town. Then there's, of course, Death Mountain. But go from that to the Zora's Place, and they also had Gerudo Desert, and they also had a snow mountain, a freaking snow mountain in Twilight Princess. You can't tell me that was awesome when you found out. You were like, oh wow, there's a snow temple too? I mean, granted, Twilight Princess did have a bunch of really useless items. I'm talking about, you know, I mean, you guys know what I'm talking about. The surfing little, little surfing gear thing that spins and it turns around and you can surf on it. Like, it was, yeah. You use that in what, like 2 levels? You use it in the level that you get it, and then like in the last level to get to, well, to get to Ganon or something. And now before I continue, be wary that I will be giving spoilers to the other games. So if you haven't seen the other games or beaten them and you don't want to know the endings, stop the video now, because I'm going to be talking about them. Like I said, there's some items that you used maybe like once, and then that was in the level. Like, okay, most useless item in the game, the slingshot. When do you use it? The very beginning, to show off to those kids. When can you use it? I mean, I'm sure, you know, there are some people that have used it later on in the levels, but is it needed to be used? No. I used it that one time in the intro, never once again touched it. Never. That's how useless it is. This guy's kind of hard because you gotta avoid his... Oh, like that. Ow! Kill this guy. There we go. Got the master dungeon key, yeah, the bean key. Okay. You're not important, princess. I want my chest first. Thank you, Skidd. I had a feeling you were getting close. Listen, carefully. The wizard is magically controlling all the soldiers in the castle. I fear the worst for my father. The wizard is an inhuman fiend with strong magical powers. Do you understand? Not at all. No, I understand. Alright, let's get out of here before the wizard notices. I know a secret path, but first we have to go to the first floor. Let's go. Alright. Anyway, like I said, Twilight Princess, believe me, I know, there was a bunch of useless items, but think about how big the game felt. Like, whenever you're exploring, not to mention it had the little, the fishing pond. That was really fun, the little fishing pond and stuff. Skyward Sword didn't have the fishing minigame in it at all. It had 3 major places. It had the forest, it had the volcano, and it had the desert. And that was it. And you go to each one once, then you end up going through them again. Like, it sends you back. I mean, granted, it's a little different. You know, the forest gets flooded with water, and you have to swim through. It's like a water level. But, I mean, there just wasn't enough variety for me. Not to say I hated the game. I'm not saying I hate the game, but it just, in my opinion, it could have been a whole lot better. With as much time and hype as they gave the game, I felt it could have been better. Now, a lot of you are going to disagree with me on this, too, but I think my all-time favorite Zelda game happens to be Wind Waker. Now, with that one, people did not like the sailing. They said the sailing got old. Well, there's a lot of people that say that. There's a secret passage in the throne room that leads to the sanctuary. I'm sure the old man there will help us. A lot of people didn't like the sailing in the game, and some people did, but I guess they felt, you know, and, you know, I feel like I'm contradicting myself, because Wind Waker also didn't really have that much of variety as, you know, Twilight Princess did, but I don't know, something about the huge ocean and being able to sail to each individual island, that was really neat to me. I don't know. Like I said, I'm contradicting myself real bad here, because Wind Waker didn't have as much variety either. There wasn't as many dungeons in there, but I mean let me press that. Wind Waker just there's something special about Wind Waker to me. I liked it, so, you know, like I said, each to each his own, and at first I didn't think I was going to like it, because, you know, I was one of those people that was like, oh god, look at the crazy, crappy, kitty, cel-shaded look that it has, it's going to be like crap. Ended up giving it a try and loved it. Ended up being, like I said, my most favorite Legend of Zelda game. Oh my, oh my, oh my. There we go. But I liked the sailing myself. I personally loved sailing. It was really fun to me. Sailing to each island, and also at the time, you know, it was on GameCube, so they had that little GameCube Super or Game Boy SP, Game Boy Advance cord, and you can sit there and use the Tingle tuner to use a map or find secrets and stuff. That was fun, but you know, it wasn't necessary. It was just a little extra added fun. Same thing with Animal Crossing. Now, Ocarina of Time, of course, that's what a lot of people consider their favorite. After passing through these sewers, we will be very close to the sanctuary. Let's be careful. Yeah, Ocarina of Time is what most people consider their favorites. With good reason. It was a very good game, especially whenever it came on Nintendo 64. I remember getting Star Fox 64. Now, before Star Fox came out, I was a subscriber to Nintendo Power, and they sent me a VHS tape in the mail, and I was like, oh, I wonder what this is. It was an advertisement for Star Fox 64, and I remember watching it. It was so cheesy. It was horrible. If you want to look it up, it's probably on YouTube somewhere. Just look up Star Fox 64 Rumble Pack video or something. The video explained, like, it had this guy in a Sony shirt and a guy in a Sega shirt, and they were like watching over this guy in a Nintendo uniform. He's like cooler looking than they are, and they capture him and hold him hostage, and they're like, "Yeah, you need to tell us about your new game." It was so cheesy and so ridiculous, but it was great. But like, they're saying, "You're gonna tell us about Star Fox 64. Tell us about your secrets now, or we're gonna torture Mario over here." This little Mario doll. They have him in a vice, and he's like, "No, don't do that to Mario. Leave Mario alone." Anyway, it explains the Rumble Pack feature of Star Fox 64, and of course Sony and Sega at the time are like, "Oh God, there's no way we can compete with that. Man, we suck." And he's like, at the end of the video, sorry, to make the long story short, to end this little story, at the end of the video, the Nintendo guy says, "And that's not all. Check out these other great games coming out to the Nintendo 64. And it shows like a little compilation of different games, like it showed Cruis'n USA and San Francisco Rush and stuff like that. And at the very end, it showed a really quick, like, all these other games he's showing are like 10-15 second long clips, but then it gets to the last clip, and it shows The Legend of Zelda 64, like beta footage of it, and it's like a half a second long, and you're like, what? It was such a tease, because you're looking at it, you're like, oh my God, Legend of Zelda for Nintendo 64, oh my God, I'm gonna shit my pants. I kid you not. But, okay, hold on. Sanctuary is just beyond the door. Pull the switch over there. Over there? Gee, which one? It's this switch, actually. If you pull the other one, it'll drop a bunch of snakes on you. I'm gonna die. Okay. Anyway, in that video, I remember seeing it, and I was like, going crazy over Legend of Zelda 64 footage. Princess Zelda, you are safe. Is this your doing, Skidd? Why, yes, it is. It was Skidd who helped me escape from the dungeon. When I was captive, the wizard said, "Once I have finished with you, the final one, the seal of the wise men will open. Skidd, you must not let the land of Hyrule fall into the wizard's clutches. If he releases the seal of the 7 wise men, evil power will overwhelm this land. Before that happens, before it's too late, destroy the wizard before he destroys all of Hyrule. You can do it. You can. I sense that a mighty evil force guides the wizard's actions and augments his magical power. The only weapon potent enough to defeat the wizard is the legendary Master Sword. It is said that the village elder is a descendant of one of the 7 wise men. Maybe he can tell you more. I will mark his house on your map, but watch your every move. I am certain that the castle soldiers will be looking for you now. I will hide Princess Zelda here. Do not worry. Seek the elder. Do you understand? Yes. Ooh, I'm almost dead. Get the heart. Here. Yay! You found a heart container. Your heart level increased. Alright guys, I'm going to stop the video here. Sorry I went on a rant about Zelda. Don't worry, I've got plenty more rants to go on in the next videos, but for now I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. This is Skidd. Thanks for tuning in, and tune in next time for more Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past.